Welcome to yoga. Good to see you all. See you, Dan. So as I said, today's theme is going to be strength, being strong. So that means in our body and inner strength as well. So starting today, I'm going to do something a little bit differently, which is, and it's good, everyone's sitting, so that's good. I think sitting is a good way to start. We're going to do kind of a meditative thing about strength. So, so just find you're in a comfortable seat, sitting on a block or blanket might help. It's not going to be, we're not going to be here forever, but so just find that tall, straight spine and a comfortable place to rest your hands. Close your eyes if that's comfortable, or you can have a soft gaze at the floor or something. And just take a few moments to bring your awareness inside and just kind of do a quick scan of your body. Kind of relax, maybe roll your shoulders a few times, relax your face and jaw and neck, shoulders down from the ears. And tune into your breath. So before we start the meditation part, just kind of take a few deep, even breaths. So even out your inhale, exhale. Nice, slow, even, deep breaths. So bring in kind of a strong breath. Bring in fill your lungs with the air. And then let it go. So just do a couple more like that. Feel your chest expand as you bring the air in, and feel it relax, recede as you let it out. 2 more. Now, since the practice today is about strength, bring to mind a time when you had a challenge that you overcame or that you faced, and when you were strong. Just take a minute to think of a time when you faced a challenge and overcame it or dealt with it. And think about how your inner resources, so what did you call upon to help you get through that challenge, to face it? What were your inner strengths? And also think about what were your external, outer supports. What did you call on to support yourself in that situation? Or were there people who supported you in that? So maybe you weren't facing it alone, or you had other supports, inner strengths and outer supports. And now just kind of go back to that time, what your thoughts were, what your actions were, what your feelings were. And try to just bring back, if you can, how your body felt in that time. That's kind of hard to do, but as you bring the memory back, How does that feel in your body? How does that feel emotionally? And can you remember what your thoughts were during that time as you faced a challenge and were strong? This is really just about remembering a time when you were strong and faced a challenge. So just take a couple more deep, even breaths, being with that memory of being strong. And so today in practice, we're going to be embodying that feeling of strength. Strength in our physical body. We're going to work to strengthen our core a little bit and feel the muscle strength as we do poses. Connect our mind and body with the breath and the muscles working. And also, as we do in posture practice, sometimes notice how having your body in a certain posture can bring up feelings of confidence and strength. And intention is going to be a part of our practice too. So if you'd like to create an intention for yourself for this practice, create that intention, repeat it a few times in your mind, and then let it go and know that it's there to come back to if you need to refocus. Okay, we're going to begin practice today on our backs. So come on over onto your back and start with your knees bent, feet on the floor, and butt hip width apart. Take your hands on your belly so your fingers are toward each other, and just relax your belly. So just notice as you inhale, let the belly rise up. Don't force it, just let it. And exhale, the belly goes back down. Just a couple like that. Soft belly. Notice your low back is a little space between your low back and the floor. Now we're going to begin to tilt and tuck. So on the inhale, as your belly puffs up, tilt your pelvis forward so your lower back comes a little more off the floor, not a lot. And then exhale, bring your belly button in and up and press your low back into the floor. Now feel with your hands, keep doing that a few more times, tilting and tucking, and feel the abdominal muscles contract and working, your core muscles in the front, as you exhale and pull your navel in and up, you can feel the muscles working. So just embody that. Feel those working abs there, pulling your low back toward the floor. That's core strength. You can take one hand and bring it up just above the other hand, and then you can feel a little more the rectus abdominis, the long muscle on the front of your abdomen. working too. There are several layers of abdominal muscles. So with your breath, moving with your breath and feeling the muscles working as you exhale and press your low back toward the floor. Okay, now keep your hands on your belly. You can bring them back so that you can keep them one above the other, or bring them back so the fingers are toward each other. And bring your knees up over your hips so you're like sitting in a chair. And now we're going to strengthen those muscles, work those muscles a little bit. So flex your feet and inhale. As you exhale, lower your right heel to the mat. Make sure your core muscles are engaged the whole time. Inhale back up. Exhale, lower the left heel toward the floor, touch the floor and bring it up. We're going to do 10 more on each side, so alternating sides. So your core is engaged. Stay with the breath. Keep your awareness on the breath and on the muscle that you can feel under your hands working. Slow. I've lost track of the count, so I'm going to say we're on 3, 4. So now you just count in your head. I'll do my own count. So keep your focus on the breath, intention to stay here 10 times. Focus on the breath and on the working muscle, your abdominal. You can also feel your quadricep muscles, your tops of your legs, strong. Okay, when you come to 10, just pause and I'll look out and see if everybody's, okay. And when you finish, if you haven't finished, keep going. If you have, you can hug your knees into your chest and just take a little rock right and left. Nice. Okay, now bring the knees back over the hips. Point your toes, and this time we're going to do the same thing, alternating legs. Make sure your belly, your abs are engaged as you lower, and you're going to touch your toes to the mat. So right foot first, inhale up, and then exhale, left foot. So the foot lowers on the exhale. Slow, stay with your breath and feel your abdominals engage. You're not thinking about anything else, you're just moving with the breath. Might feel your glute muscles working here too, so be aware of any muscles that are working, and use the strong inhale to energize. When you get to the 10, you can, I'm not doing it, so I'm watching you, so just pull your knees in and rock. Don't rush, just be in your own time. the last one is going to be both knees, so this is going to be more of a challenge. So you can have let's see what the best way to have the feet is. Yeah, you're going to go toward putting the whole foot on the floor of both feet at one time, but you don't have to go down all the way to the floor. So if you want to just do this a little bit, just take a small movement out. So you decide what your level is, but try to, whatever you choose. Again, stay with the breath, make sure your abdominals are engaged so your low back doesn't come off the floor as you go forward. And 10 times. So this kind of going to your edge, having an intention, having mindfulness of challenging yourself and sticking with it is a way to build strength, inner strength, confidence, determination. Stay in your body, don't go into your mind, just breathe and move. So you're strengthening your abdominals here. And when you're done, just rock. So resting is also the balance to activity, strength, effort, and that's a very important part. So now we're going to come around onto all fours. So come onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We'll just begin with some gentle cat-cows. So pressing down, that's the strength from the earth, pressing into whatever's touching the mat. Inhale, let your chest and belly drop a little bit. Perhaps raise your chin if that feels good. Exhale, tuck and round. So you know cat-cow. Move with your breath. So it's a really flowing movement. Movement comes with breath. And notice here which muscles are working. So as you round and tuck, where the abdominals are pressing in, working as you extend, the muscles between your shoulder blades are working, your back muscles. Okay, now come back to neutral, and this is going to be a 10 breath, just like we did before, staying with it, staying with your breath, staying with where you feel the muscles working, noticing their strength. So inhale, take your right leg back, rest on the ball of your right foot. Get steady here, engage your core. Inhale, raise your right leg. Foot is flexed, press back. We're just gonna stay here for 10 breaths. So keeping your core engaged. Notice the muscles in the right leg that are working. Lengthen out. Strong leg, strong core. 10 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale as you bring the inhale in, reaffirm the core, the muscles of your leg. strong. And when you get to 10, bring the knee down. You might notice there that your breath, your inhale gets, breath gets a little faster, and that's fine. You're not panting or anything, but just strong inhale. Okay, now if you need to, sit back on your heels or roll out your wrists or come back into child's pose. Take the weight off your wrists and just roll them out a few times. Okay, and then come back up, and I'm going to do that on the other side. So reaffirm your core, so navel in and up, zip it up, take your left leg back, inhale, raise it up, straight out, parallel to the mat, strong, lengthening, strong core, 10 breaths. Make sure your face and jaw are relaxed. They don't need to be working. Just use the muscles you need to. Feel the strength of your leg. Strong. Strength of your core. And when you get to 10, if you're not there, just keep going. When you get to 10, come back into child's pose. So whenever you're done, let yourself come down and just let go of everything in child's pose. Support your head, whatever you need to do, wide leg, knees together, whatever. Just find total release here. Then come back up to all fours. Tuck your toes and bring your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Just take a moment here to pedal your feet. One heel down, the other heel down. Lengthen up through your tailbone. Shake your head yes and no. Press into your hands. Down through your heels. And then look forward towards your hands and walk your feet up between your hands. Keep your knees bent. Come into a forward fold. Have your knees bent a little or a lot. Take hold of opposite elbows. Maybe sway side to side. Just let the weight of your upper body and head lengthen out your spine. Navel is in and up, so you've got to have a little tuck to protect your low back. Now bring your hands to your shins and come halfway up with a flat back. Lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Spread your fingers, bring your arms out. Press into your feet and come all the way up, palms together, and press lightly down to your heart space. And we'll make a mountain pose, build a mountain pose. So this is a our first standing pose. So lift and spread your toes, feet are parallel. Press down into the earth. Notice the muscles engaging in your thighs. Take a little tuck in your tailbone. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and back. Open your chest. Arms out to the side, palms face forward. Chest is open. Bring your chin back just a little bit and lengthen up through the crown of your head. Mountain pose. Now just let go of a little bit of effort. So you don't want to be gripping here, just the right amount of effort. Close your eyes if you have the balance, or just have a soft gaze. Relax your face, jaw, neck, shoulders down from the ears. So here, just notice the openness of your chest. This pose can bring confidence too. That's like good posture does, when you're just opening right up. But mountain pose, so see if you can embody the qualities of mountain pose. So grounded, feel your feet pressing all into the mat, or the ground. Feel your crown of your head rising up. So you're rooting down and also rising up. Everything's stable, unflappable. It's like a mountain. You can stay here no matter what's going on around you. Bring back those feelings that you engendered at the beginning of class of strength. Physical strength, inner strength, mental determination. And now open your eyes, keep your fingers spread. We're going to gather in some energy with sun breath. So inhale, gather the energy in. Exhale, palms together. Bring it right into your body. A couple more like that. Inhale. Strong inhale. Exhale, release what you don't need. Strong inhale. Two more. You can exhale through your mouth and see what that feels like. Okay, very nice. Now I forgot what we're going to do next. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Now we're going to do some sun salutations. So this is going to be core strength, moving, and then holding. Sun salutations with chair pose. So inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, set your hips back, bring your arms up by your ears, and then all the way up. We're going to move through half sun with chair a few times, and then we're going to hold the chair. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale. Okay, so one more time, and this time when we get to chair pose, we're going to hold it and keep breathing. Okay, so settle into this pose. Feel the legs, strong core, strong in the upper back, holding the arms up. Take 5, let's try 5 breaths. Strong inhale, stay with the breath. Feel the strength in your body. One more. Okay, and then come back to center. Just take a few breaths in mountain pose. Feel the energy. Notice how it feels good to be strong in your body. Okay, now we're going to do tree pose, balance pose. So balance pose is you're going to be using your core. Also focus, okay? So focus is part of being in the moment. It's part of determination. So this is a way to practice that along with balance. So find your foundation on both feet. Let the weight come into your left foot, come up on your right toes. Just pause there till you feel confident there. Might be where you stay. And then you can externally rotate your right leg, bring it to your lower leg or your upper thigh, just not on the knee. So the third aspect besides core and focus and foundation is a playful attitude. So if you're gripping and oh so serious, that's not going to help you. So just have a playful attitude. You can bring your arms into the pose. Do like the kids did, waving around. You can smile a little bit so you're not so serious. This is just practice. Stay with your breath. Strength, strong inhale. Okay, then come out, shake it out, just let your body move organically, whatever feels good. And we'll come to the other side. So, let the weight come into your right foot. Let that whole foot into the mat. The whole foot. Up on your left toes, so root down like you're sending roots right down there. But don't lock your knee. And then find your tree on this side. Your body knows what you're going for now, so this side might be a little bit easier. Very nice. Okay, now let yourself out of that and move it around again, shake it. So what? Who cares? Okay, now this is the one we're going to do next is the goal pose of the whole practice. And it's not a yoga pose, but it's something that I heard in a TED Talk. I can't remember the woman's name that did it. I wish I could. But she was talking about facing a challenge and self-confidence and bringing up that inner strength or whatever. And she said, so if you're gonna like go in and give a speech or there's an important meeting or whatever, she said, go in the bathroom or in a private space and do this pose for 2 minutes. We're gonna do it for 2 minutes. That's a long time. It's Wonder Woman. Now Dan's here today, so he might not want to challenge channel his Wonder Woman. You can be Superman, anything you want. And so it's basically having your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. So, firmly down there. Hands on your hips. That's all it is. lift, you can envision those pictures of Wonder Woman with her cape and Superman with his cape. I think Superman does stand like this too. So we're gonna do this for 2 minutes. So it's not challenging your body in terms of muscular effort. It's all about the feeling that goes with the posture. So you can close your eyes, whatever you want, 2 minutes. Just feel how this pose makes you feel. You could even say to yourself, I am strong. How does it feel to be strong, determined? Not in an aggressive way. It's not about dominating or anything like that. It's about standing firm, being determined, standing up for yourself and others, having confidence. Just let yourself feel it. It's good to be strong. Okay, 2 minutes. Strong. All right, now we're gonna do a true yoga pose called Goddess. And again, I whatever, name it whatever you want. I think sometimes it's called horse too. So spread your legs a little further apart. And, oh yeah, I should have said you can face the long edge of your mat if you want. So toes pointed out, bend your knees, set your hips back, bring your arms up, palms like cactus arms, palms facing. Now this is more physically challenging, so notice here, strong legs. Notice all the muscles in your legs really working, and also because of the arms, the muscles in your upper back. So we're just gonna take 10 breaths here. So come back to that intention of staying with the breath and feeling the muscle strength in your body. You might even start shaking a little bit. That's okay. You're not going to run out of breath. Strong inhale. Strong body, strong legs. I don't know where we are. I'm going to go to 7. Two more. Nice. Okay, and let your hands come down. Very nice. Okay, so move around, work that out. And face the long edge of your mat. We're going to do one more standing pose here. So feet spread wide. We're going to do warrior 2. So take your left heel, pivot it back toward the back corner, and pivot your right toes toward the short edge, front edge. And take your hands on your hips, shoulders approximately paralleling the long edge of the mat. Bend and straighten your right knee a few times so that it comes right over the little toe side of the foot, over the ankle, so you can still see your big toe. So find the right stance for you. Get the main thing is the knee over the ankle. And then on an inhale, so first, before we get the arms in, press down into your back legs, so strong legs, both legs strong, pressing into the mat. Feel the muscles in your thighs, so get a felt sense of what muscles are working here. And then inhale, raise your arms shoulder height. Turn to look over the middle finger of your right hand. And so part of this pose is the spine being right up through the middle. So we have a tendency to live in the past, live in the future, represented by the left hand and the right hand or arm. We want to be right in the present moment, straight up, lifting through the crown of your head, equal energy out through each arm, strong legs, rooted right in this moment. So feel the strength that your body is giving you here, and take 10 breaths. Inhale, exhale, you might soften a little more into the pose. Keep your face, neck, jaw relaxed. So where do you feel the strength of your body here? Nourish it with a strong inhale. And then release what you don't need. Three more breaths. You can do it. Very good. Arms down. Let's bring your feet together for a minute and move again. Get rid of whatever happened there, anything that accumulated. Okay, and then step your feet wide again, and we'll do warrior two on the other side. So left heel back, right heel back, left toes toward the front edge. Find the bend of your knee, that's over the ankle. Your feet are either heel to heel or heel to instep, so everyone's different the way their body is, but they're sort of on the same line. Okay, when you get the bend right, press into the feet, feel the strong legs. Inhale, arms up, look over your left hand. Take a look back, make sure you're not leaning one way or the other, right? Straight up. So this is like mountain, you're rooting down and lifting up. So here, this is a warrior, determined warrior. It's not about aggression, it's about being strong, determined, standing up for what's right. Relax your face, jaw. Can be a peaceful warrior. Five more breaths. Stay with your breath, stay with your strength in your body. One more. Okay, very nice. Like that. Come to the front edge of your mat. And inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a lot. Put your hands on the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. You can take a few petals here, a little bit of movement. And then inhale your knees to the mat, legs out to the side, come back onto your back side. I'm going to do one more little core challenge here. So knees are bent, feet on the mat. Start by taking hold like around your shins and just lengthen up through your spine. And then we're going to do a little boat pose. So maybe hands behind your thighs or hands even on the mat. Come back onto rock back a little bit on your sit bones. Keep your chest lifted. You can hold on here, lift your feet. Nice, beautiful. So go back to those abdominals, the core there in the front. Feel that. You can raise your legs, put your arms out. You can put your hands back and have a supported. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Take 2 more breaths. Nice. And then put your feet down and lower yourself back down onto your back. Have your block nearby. And so we're going to do kind of some restorative stuff. So the supported bridge. If you want to do regular bridge, if you are energetic about that and want to do that, you can do a moving or held bridge. Or you can take the block, have its largest surface, flat side under your sacrum on the back there. Get it so it's not on your low back. And knees bent, arms by your side or arms over your head. Any kind of a supported bridge you want to do. And let's just stay here for a minute or so. So now your body is supported. You can just release. You're still in a little bit of your hips are up a little bit higher. A little bit of an inversion. But your body isn't having to work, so you can just release. Just let everything sink down. So it's good to have a strong physical body, to have the inner strength so you have confidence, determination, you can set intentions, to stretch yourself a little bit, to challenge yourself. And then it's equally important to relax, release, rest. Okay, now press into your feet just lightly, enough so you can lift your hips and take the block out if you had a block there. And take a minute or so to give yourself anything your body's asking for before you move into stillness again in Shavasana. So if you want anything you're moved to do, go ahead and do it. And I will come around with anything that you'd like for Shavasana. So, I'll arm myself with some supplies. Need anything? Okay. Diane, you want to be covered? No. Good. Okay. Dan, what would you like? You want a belly bag or a weight bag or a hot bag?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, perfect. Okay. Leslie, you want this?
I'll take the belly bag.
I have more. You need cover or on and on?
Thanks.
Good, okay. You're all clean, I watched this too. You need a cover? Happy love. Thank you. Let me get the feet right here. There you go. You need anything? No, I'm good. Okay, so Shavasana is the time to integrate, we've worked in this practice, the strengthened our muscles, especially the core, but noticed also our muscles, how the strong muscles support our body in so many ways. We've joined the mind and the body with the breath to embody that sense of strength and strengthened actually the neural connections in our brain to feel confident and strong, put all those pieces together, and the more you do that, the more that becomes it reinforces those positive neural pathways of strength, determination, motivation. And so it's like a practice. As you practice that becomes a place you can go to call up that feeling of strength and motivation. It's kind of a positive pathway as opposed to the negative that we so often are drawn to and repeat those negative stories. I can't do this, I'm weak, all those things. So let's strengthen the positive. Gently bring your awareness back to the space. Just come back to your breath, deepen your breath. And wake your body up with small movements. Your fingers, your toes. Gradually bending your knees and coming over onto your side. Just rest there for a few moments. Noticing where your body is, where your emotions, your feelings, your mental state. Maybe coming back to your intention. And then use your arms to slowly come up to a comfortable seat. Sit with a tall, straight spine. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. Just take a couple slow, deep, even breaths. Feeling rooted down through your sit bones. And lengthening up, rising up at the same time. Feel your chest expand on the inhale. Open, big inhale. Relax on the exhale. And I invite you to bring your hands, palms together, thumbs at your heart space. Bow to your efforts today to strengthen your physical body, which is the foundation for inner strength, your emotions, feelings, mind, your spiritual strength as well. So I hope that these exercises or asanas where you tuned into the strength of your physical body and kind of work to increase that strength a bit and channel the feelings of strength and how good it feels to be strong, determined, able to set intentions and follow through. I hope that resonated with you. The light in me bows to and honors the same light in each of you. Namaste.